U.S. Open. Talk to me a little bit about retirement, how it's been for you so far.
It's a work in progress. It really is. There's not a book on retirement at 31. You kind of have this really focused life and this kind of busy life, and all of a sudden you cold turkey stop. It was fun at first for the first couple of years, but after playing enough golf and going on enough vacations, it was like, okay, now what's next? I need to start working. I need to get my hands dirty. I need to do a little bit more than just play golf and play poker. I got in the poker craze. And I picked up a racket and I played a few exhibitions, and it's really been good for me. It's given me a good balance from family life to professional life. I feel like I'm a better dad. I'm a better husband. When I go and work a little bit and get a good workout in the gym, play a little tennis, you just feel a little bit more fulfilled at the end of the day. Because if you don't do anything, it's just you can kind of just put on weight and watch TV and be a couch potato. It's not really what I want to turn into, and so playing a little bit has been really good for me.
I understand one of those teammates you've had a chance to play a little bit with in your backyard, Roger Federer. Can you tell me about that experience?
It was great. I've exchanged a few text messages with him, and he told me he was coming to LA before the Indian Wells tournament, and would I be interested in practicing? And I said sure, and we came to my house for a couple of days. We talked for quite a while. We practiced for a couple hours. Next day we stepped it up and actually got a little bit more competitive. But just a real sincere guy, really nice guy, great player. I mean, I was happy I held my own quite a bit for the most part, and just really got to know him. I didn't know Roger that well. I was on my way out and he was coming up, so it was good to get to know him. He's a funny guy. He's kind of a dry wit about him, which I didn't know, and it was just two guys that love to play, two great players that just kind of, it was nice that it was a nice setting at my house, not a lot of people were around. It's just, two great players just playing tennis, and that was kind of the essence of the sport. It was right then and there. And it was private, and it was fun. I enjoyed it.
And when you talk about this weekend now coming into this tournament that Jim Courier has helped put together, it is competition. There is prize money at the end of it, at the end of the weekend. However, it's also fun for you. Is that a correct analysis?
It is fun. It's kind of wait and see approach. I play tomorrow night, so we'll see how I feel out there. Hopefully I won't be too rusty and play okay, but it's fun but also competitive. And I think that's one thing Jim really wanted to emphasize putting this tour together, that it's a serious tennis. It's not quite of the impact it was in our prime, but we all want to play well. We're all young enough that we can still play well. And it gives me at home something to prepare for, something to work out, and to, in the back of my mind, just to think about. And I think that's healthy for every man out there is to work. And this is kind of the beginning of me playing again. I played exhibitions here and there, but those are exhibitions. This is actually, like you said, a prize money, a tournament sort of format, and a little bit more at stake.
It gives you a little chance to get removed from your normal pace of life as a father. You mentioned changing diapers with your two little boys. Yeah,
which every man, as you do that. You have your moments of wanting to get out of the house, and I'm around a lot. I'm not, like I said, I'm not working, so I'm not out from 9 to 5. I'm around, and so there are times where I go a little stir crazy and I need to get out, and that's why playing tennis has been really good for me. And now being on the road, I've been away from them for 5-6 days now, and I miss them now. And as much as you want that break, you also want to get back and see your 1.5-year-old and your 4-year-old and my wife. It's you kind of go through that whole cycle where you want to get back home. So it's not a strenuous schedule. It's not anything where I'm gone for 2 weeks. It's a week and I'm back, and hopefully play well and win the event and go home and enjoy my kids.
Finally, Pete Sampras, John McEnroe, Saturday night. Can you tell us, are we going to see a lot of personality on the court?
Well, for him, he's going to show a lot of emotion, and I heard through some other players that he can push the envelope with some of the antics. And even when I played him, when we were playing for real, I just let it roll off my back. I mean, he was so disruptive. Partly he does it for a show here, but there's some truth to it. I mean, he really does get pretty upset out there, and hopefully he'll know that there are kids in the stands, and that what you say people hear, and the kids look up to John McEnroe like they looked up to me. So I will kind of see what happens when we play, and hopefully he is pretty mellow, and we have a good match, and that people can enjoy that, and hopefully I know I'll behave okay, and hopefully he'll be pretty mellow.